Our first speaker on this track is Mr. Blaise Kannan. He is founder and managing director of Life Help Charity Foundation, which gives education, healthcare, response to disasters, and better living for many of those living in rural communities.
By doing so, he has touched the lives of millions of people in various communities around the world, and he has demonstrated a large amount of compassion and commitment to what he does that deserves to be applauded. Please join us in welcoming Mr. Blaise Kannan, who will give us a presentation on the idea that we rise by lifting others.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I represent an organization which is called Life Help Center for the Handicapped, which was started by my father, Sri R.S. Kannan, in 1978, with a main focus to work for children with special needs. I joined him after my education in 1994, and I have been working with this organization since then, and I have almost crossed 2 decades of service to the children in need in India. In 2001, I wanted to do a change in the services, what we are doing, and I wanted to do something different from what my father was doing, and I wanted to take my organization across borders and try to help people in need, because we were focusing to help children in need, and we wanted to focus on people in need. And it was a very difficult situation for me then to convince my father first that I would be able to do something like that. And I had a big challenge at home, and I had to convince him that yes, we run an institution called Life Help, and we need to help people's life. And I decided that I would do everything which is possible to try to support myself and try to go out of my organization's actual virtues and help people in need. And therefore, I started my first work in the year 2001 when the first earthquake in Gujarat happened in Kutch, and I was able to help about 10,000 people there. And thereby, after that, I started concentrating in a lot of activities related to disaster mitigation programs. And we have gone all over India, working in all the disasters which has happened in our country until the recent Chennai floods. And we have touched the lives and helped 3 million people so far. I wanted to do something more about it, and I wanted to see if I can go beyond the borders of India and also work with other countries which really need help, and if I could be in a position to help organizations which would work for the same social initiatives. I would like to give you a small story of my own self-confidence and how I was able to accomplish it. In 2005, there was an earthquake in the India and Pakistan border in Uri, and happened on the 8th of October in 2005. And I was there the very next day, and I was trying to see how I, from Tamil Nadu, can do some work in Kashmir. It so happened that with the confidence I had in myself, I was able to raise funds from several funding agencies in the world, and I was able to support 25 villages there. I rebuilt a new village, and I was also invited by the Kashmir government to start the first residential school for the special needs children. And I was able to start it, and we are successfully running it, and we are one of the best institutions for special needs children in the state of Kashmir. Why I'm saying this is, from Tamil Nadu, we just had the aim that we should do something where a need is there, and we were able to go there, and with just mere confidence, we were able to do it. To run social activities, to run charity work, we need money. And money has been the most important criteria to do any charity work. It was very, very difficult for us to raise funds to support all our projects and to do enough rehabilitation programs in all disaster-prone areas in the last 15 years. And we were able to manage that. And today we have grown to be an organization which is very active to implement disaster mitigation programs. A couple of years back, I had the idea that my organization should also be able to work in different areas of development in anywhere in the world. And an idea struck me that why don't I involve people to support me? And therefore, 3 years ago, FeTNA gave me the opportunity to start a foundation here in the United States with the help of all good people here to create a foundation to raise money to support projects across the globe. And this foundation was started in a very humble way with 11 like-minded people whom I met here in America, and they were willing to support the venture, and therefore we were able to start the Life Help Charity Foundation, and the seed was laid in FeTNA 2 years ago. With your permission, I would like to invite my supporters of the Charity Foundation here, and I kindly request our chairperson, Mrs. Kanchana Pula from New York, Mr. Shiva Mukunar from Chicago, Mr. Mahendran from Pennsylvania, Mr. Gopi from Milwaukee. And there are also a few more people who have not been able to come this year to FeTNA. Ladies and gentlemen, as a person involved with helping others, trying to support others at the time when there is a real need. And when there is a real need, and that's the time when we actually go to people for help, requesting to raise money to support a good cause. And Life Help would like to cross borders, would like to work across the globe, helping everyone who requires a real need and help. And I would thank FeTNA for making this possible, making this dream of mine come true, and make it happen to raise funds to support a good cause. And as a first initiative, we had raised money to support the victims of the Harvey cyclone, which happened in Houston. And as a first project, Life Help Charity Foundation has decided to donate $10,000 for that. And if not for the people here and if not for the people there, it's not possible to do anything which is good for the society, for the community, and we would like to do that in a more professional way. So, it's very, very difficult to raise money, and it's not easy for people to just take money from their pocket and give the money to somebody. And we don't want that. What we need is people. What we need is you. What we need is your support. What we need is your pledge. We just want the motivation from all of you to say that, yes, we are there. We will support you. Go ahead and work. And that's what these people did to me. And we are looking at a future that would support thousands of children across the globe for pursuing a good quality education and a good health system to take care of themselves and be a sustainable person to support the future. And I thank all the people involved in this particular program. to invite me to speak here, and I take this opportunity to thank the Dallas Metroplex Tamil Sangam to give this opportunity. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.